Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Seb and today I'm going to give you a little quick tutorial on how to send funds between different Phantom wallets on the Solana blockchain. So let's dive into this tutorial now. Okay, so here I have two different Brave profiles. So over on the left hand side, I've got a little tutorial wallet, and on the right hand side, I have this little wallet which I created in the previous video, which is linked above if you need to watch that as well. So you can do this, by the way, on a Windows computer just by looking at Snap settings, and I can't recall exactly how to do it on a Mac. But two different wallets here with two different Brave profiles. You could use completely different browsers if you wanted to, but that's easy. Also, sorry, let me just like these fantastic ape photos. This is me. If you need to find me, I'm just at Seb Montgomery. Easy peasy. So as I discussed in the previous tutorial, what we have is we have a public address. So this is something you can give to people. It's in some ways, it's kind of like giving them your bank balance or your bank statement, because they could see all the transactions you have done. Like if you find my addresses, you'll know, what I have. I mean, I don't have much, not at the moment, unfortunately, but you know what I mean. So for that reason, that's why sometimes you have people that they don't use their real names, such as Mapey. She's one of the DGen apes, a friend, and exactly who she really is, we don't really know. Like some people dox themselves. 818.sol. Don't really know who he is. I know that they're both wonderful community members, but we could find their wallet address and we would know what they have, but we don't really know who they are. So I guess the point I'm trying to make there is maybe you want to have a Twitter account or Discord which is not actually fully linked to your name, just for a little bit more privacy. Although otherwise, on another video, we can go into some security. Anyway, let's just dive into actually just doing a transaction, okay? So let's say you're first starting off on Solana and your friend says, hey, I'll give you a few Solana or a little bit of Solana. You can go and mint your first NFT. So what you want to do is you can either click on deposit and then Solana and copy that address, or you can scan this QR code. Then you want to paste it and send it to your friend on any messaging app or whatever, or he or she or they will scan this, and then they'll go here and they'll click send, paste in the address, only ever paste, we never ever freehand type, and then before they make any amount down here, they need to check the first 4 and the last 4 characters. I do this even today, regardless of my experience. I always check to make sure I haven't done a rookie mistake. And then we can send how much we want. So we could do 0.1 sol or whatever, or we can click on this and this will give us a US dollar amount. So you, my friend, are getting $1 US. Don't spend it all at once. And send. Now with the Solana blockchain, it's a very fast transaction. It may not necessarily just show itself right here. Sometimes you can do a refresh by going into one panel and then back into another panel. This is where your NFTs would be stored, by the way. Or you just go out of it, click back in, and then it will show we've got what we need. Then we can also see here where it came from, but that's probably a topic for another tutorial. From this, now what we can do is, we could send it back. We could, send it and send it back to the person if we want to, or we can do it we can allocate it to a different account. I'll cover this in other tutorials as well, but if we come up to the top here, A1, and click here, we can add connect wallet, create a new account. Every account that we create will have the same secret recovery passphrase. So that's the English words that you'll never share with another friend or anyone. You keep it safe, you keep it nice and safe and secure. And then what you can do instead is you can create multiple accounts. They all have their own private key, but they all have a different public address as well. So what we could do is we could click on account number 2. So we come here, 3 little dots, and we could call this something like, I'm about to do a tutorial on royale.fun, so stick around for that. Royale.fun, okay? This could be account number 3, it could be NFTs, or you can do whatever you like. It's kind of like different accounts that you want to use, like in a bank. You just have different things. You'd have some money in your wallet, and you'd have some money to go out and play with for a night out, and you'd have money in your savings, kind of like that. Now from here, we could click on this, and we could send, we could paste an address, or what we can do is we can select this, and we can select our other accounts. So we can go, all right, we can send max, or I could just go 0.01, 23 cents, next, and send. And then I can send that into that other wallet. And we can do the same thing with USDC as well. So I don't have any USDC in here, and I don't have any relevant NFTs. But for now, that's all you really need to know. Like as an example, if I wanted to, just send maybe, I'll just do a very, very small swap of 0.04 Sol into USDC. There is a swap fee, by the way, when you're using Phantom. So for a smaller amount, I may use this, but for a larger amount, I use a website called Jupiter, JUP.ag. So what we'll do is we'll send this USDC from this wallet to this wallet. And what you want to do when you're brand new and learning is you just want to do this as well. Just do it a couple of times just to learn how it's done. Do it with small amounts. If you lose $1, or if you lose $1 or $2, it's unlikely going to be too scary for you. Let's have a look. Okay, there, I've got my USDC. Now I can click on this. Now I can go here, I can send, and I can paste in the address. So once again, I could grab it from here, or maybe I want to get it from NFTs. Deposit and copy. I've just selected Solana as opposed to USDC because if you have a look, just to make it really obvious, it's actually the same address. I'm going to send it all. 92 cents, I'm going to be wealthy. Now it's important to note, if you're sending in a token into a wallet that doesn't have any Solana with it, it's completely fine. The only thing is you won't be able to send it to another wallet or interact with it unless you've got a little bit of Solana in there in order to use for gas. So we'll let this refresh quickly. We have our USD coin. That's wonderful. If I click on it and I want to send it to account number 1, it's going to give me an error because I don't have enough Solana. The amount of Solana that you need is very, very minimal. So as an example, I can come here and I can just send like 11 cents, a tiny amount. I'll send it in here. It'll come in here in a second, and then I'll just do one last transaction. There we have. I'm going to send this now to account number 2, and we're going to see how much it costs. It doesn't cost very much at all. When you are getting an NFT or something like that, or a new token for the first time, there will be a little bit extra Solana that's used. So we can see there's a little bit more Solana used. Just refresh that, sorry. So it dropped down to 7 cents. Now if we go back here, we can see our USD coin. You can see we've got 23 cents. And if I send this back, it's not going to drop even a cent. It's going to be very, very minimal. The reason why is the first time you have a new token in a wallet, it uses a little bit of extra Solana, what's called the rent fee. And the rent fee's like, imagine you've got a car garage, and you've got this car garage, and every time you put in a car, the first time you kind of rent the car park, there's like a small fee. And then when you take the car out, put the car back in, all that sort of stuff, you don't have to repay the fee. Probably not the world's best analogy, but my point is just to show you, sorry, if we go out of the application, go back in, we can see we've got a USDC, and if we go here, we were on, yeah, it basically costs us nothing. We can see exactly how much it cost here, but just to keep it nice and simple, it's less than a cent. It's only the first time that a transaction happens that it can cost a little bit extra Solana. And that's how you send these things very, very easily. Now, I will see just if I can send this particular NFT, just as an example. I don't think I can because it has special privileges, but we'll give it a go. And that way you can see it happen as well. This is from a previous game, on-chain blockchain game that I played. Okay, it worked, fantastic. This is an NFT, and in my next video, I will be covering this new game. So make sure you stick around and watch that. There it is there. So this is an NFT, and once again, we could send it to another wallet. I think this is enough of a general idea on how to send these transactions on Solana blockchain. Just keep in mind a couple of very, very basic things. The first thing is only ever copy and paste your address, like only ever. When you're learning, there's no harm in spending an extra 10 seconds and sending 10 cents just to make sure that it works. Especially if you're sending it from Binance.com or an exchange, you don't want to be sending $1,000 worth of crypto to then see that you've made an error because you're new, busy, or tired, or whatever. So just take your time and then it will come through normally. There, 10 cents. Easy peasy. That's it. And that, my friends, that's how you send crypto from one wallet address to another wallet address. It's very, very simple. They may be able to work out how to use an exchange such as Binance.com or something like that. They may need a little bit more help. However, I can make those tutorials in the future. But for now, you might be willing to give them a couple of dollars worth of Solana, have them go play, have them learn how to get an NFT or play in a particular game like Royale.fun as an example. Thanks again. Cheers.